Well, good morning, humanity. It's June 21st, 2021, and it is your favorite time of the week because it's Mondays with Bev and Paul. Hey, Bev.
Hey, Paul. Good
Hey,
morning.
Bev. So it's the 21st day of the 21st year of 2000. So there you go.
Lot of
21,
twos.
21, and
Yep,
2000.
twos and
Okay,
threes.
so I'm not sure that this is coming through very well on Facebook, but if it's not, then we'll just post it and you'll all be able to see it later because it's telling me it's having a hard time picking it up.
Uh-oh.
So I don't know. It's always something, isn't it?
It's
So
got to
let's
be the heat.
gotta be the heat. Let's just press that once and see if it comes through. All right, so we're there. We're trying to be. Hope you can get it. If you're watching us, give us a little message there saying, "Hi, I'm here."
Yes, please.
Okay, so we're going to talk about. We had somebody was supposed to. Kathy Teak was supposed to come on talk about herself, and she's stuck in a tornado in Texas or somewhere out there.
Yeah, good reason not to show up.
Yeah, so
Scary.
we'll just share with you, Kathy, because that's what we were going to do. And she is presenting the workshop this
Yes.
this Thursday. It's this
I know,
Thursday
my goodness.
at 6 p.m. Kathy is the sister of Eileen Webster, who is Dove Mountain BioTouch, also a board member, also our what is it, PR and
Our
advertising
presentation
present.
and publicity
That's it.
coordinator.
Presentation and publicity coordinator. And Kathy is a retired respiratory therapist and has dealt many, many, many years with COPD, emphysema, other respiratory issues.
Right.
So we are excited,
That's going to be
really
great.
excited. I can't tell you about these workshops, folks, how much information these folks
Oh,
bring to us in a 20-minute presentation.
it's amazing.
So
Yeah.
it gives you a good insight. It really shows you how you can work with people if you're doing BioTouch, because we always learn a little bit more. It's like, oh, well, we could add that to that particular condition, you
Yeah,
know.
right. I know.
uh,
It's
so
happened.
so I'm looking forward to this one. It's on emphysema. It'll be 6 p.m. live stream, and then we will post it on every one of our justtouch.com, our YouTube, BioTouch Healing, Instagram, LinkedIn, TikTok. We'll give you a little bit on TikTok too.
Boy, are we
We
busy.
got to get you dancing on TikTok, Beth.
Dancing.
That's the end thing, especially for women over 60.
Oh, yeah. Okay. Not happening.
Or you could sing. You could bring your song and your dance.
Oh, yeah, right.
All right, so we're going to talk about why do you like BioTouch? And so we'll start with Bev. Bev,
Oh,
why
yay.
do you like BioTouch?
Oh, so many reasons, but okay, I think I like BioTouch because, well, the word that comes to me is effortless. It, Everything about BioTouch is totally different from everything that we do in our lives. And when I think about that, I'm thinking, oh, at sometimes there comes along something that is meant to reprogram and put us on a whole different way of looking at something that's very ancient and stuck. We're stuck and nobody knows anything about what healing is. We've had a show about that. We're not sure what that is. We don't know what love is. Nobody knows. But what I do know is that BioTouch is bringing us something sacred. It is offering us the opportunity to not just address the body, but to really bring us back into the foundation of everything that we are connected. So when you're in a situation, a relationship with another person with BioTouch, that door opens and we are being offered an opportunity to change on so many different ways in our lives. It's a life changer. That's what I really like about BioTouch. Something new. It's new.
It's new.
for all of us. And yet it's not new.
It's NEW and
Right. Oh, aren't you just
KNEW.
clever? And Paul, why do you like BioTouch?
Well, we just also want to let you know if you have an idea of why you like BioTouch, put it in the comment section. We have Eileen who said, I like that BioTouch takes my pain away.
Woohoo!
Wow, that's just a great reason.
That's great. Yeah, I like
so,
that one too.
so just to share with you before I talk a little bit, because I've talked a lot, we do have a couple of people that have been here just in the past just in the past week even. We have a Dr. Ed Fila who's been following us for years. I think he's a naturopathic doctor, and I think in the past 2 weeks he called. What he does is he calls. So here, what I love about BioTouch is it's easily accessible.
Yeah.
So he'll call, and then he'll say, "Hold on, Paul, I want to patch in a friend of his." So he'll do a three-way call, and he'll have me talk to them a little about bio. He's already talked to them and really encouraged them to do this simple healing technique.
Yeah.
And so I'll talk to them, and then Ed will always donate their membership. He'll leave me his credit card. I'll send the membership, and then he'll send the membership, and then I'll send them the ebook, and then I'll call them and take them through whatever sets of points they need to do. So the accessibility excites
awesome.
me. Yeah. And how easy it is to pass it on. In fact, he just called me the other week. He's with his daughter who's outrageous allergies. So it's really the first time he wanted to do it again. So I sent him the manual again because it's easy to just attach it to an email. And I haven't heard, but I have a feeling just he'd get instant results with just doing the sinus and the allergy point. I know if I do it every morning with Jenny, it just everything opens up immediately. So then we also had a woman that took our class, Patrice, who had really bad arthritic hand. I mean, it was so bad she couldn't even, when we were practicing the points, couldn't even do her the points to practice them because her hands hurt so much. She came in, got worked on, and she just said, This is magical." I mean, already after 2 sessions, her hands, they're not as swollen. She's getting more mobility out of them.
Wow.
And I'm like, and again, the magic. I just like to keep it magical. That it's like, are you kidding me? That happened again? And that woman who had that pain in her stomach for 2 years. And after the first session, it went away. And what's funny with her is it'll be gone for a couple of weeks. And then she gets ready to come in for a session, and a day or two before the session, the pain comes back.
Her body's like,
right. It's sort of like, well, if you don't have, I remember with Norman and Carol, I remember this one gal came in and said, I'm not really sure I want my pain to go away because then I won't have a reason to come over.
It's called maintenance.
Yeah, right. So that loving, that connectedness that you talked about, that helps the pain go away. It's magical, and it's an expression of an art form too. That's what I like about it. That we're not. We have sets of points. You can see the where is it here? No, it's this hand. No, there it is. There it is. You can see the poster in the background, and that we have a basic set of points. But after that, it encourages you to create your own session with people. Your points that come to you in like an art, and there's no right or wrong, so long as you just use those 2 fingers and lightly touch on the skin like a butterfly. So it allows anybody to participate without having to know anatomy or any of those kinds of things. So those are some of the reasons why I like BioTouch.
That's pretty good. Yeah. That was a good answer, Mr. Bucky.
And so there's that aha moment we were talking about too. And you were talking about the process of the unfolding process. You were talking to Hala. She's Dr. Hala now from Egypt. Yeah. And what was she talking about in relation to the unfolding? I can't remember that story you just gave me.
Oh gosh, you know what? She's going through the certification course, and I'm telling you, responses are so amazing. I can't, she's told us so many things about her experiences with BioTouch. I can't remember them all.
Oh, here is one why she likes BioTouch per se, uh, in an unfolding process. She goes, "My awareness of other methods of complementary medicine did not increase as much as my awareness of the uniqueness and simplicity of BioTouch as a technique unlike any other in terms of style and after effect."
Ooh, that's,
Yeah, I like that. In
I know
terms
it.
of style, BioTouch is
Style.
a stylish technique.
It's an art style.
Yes. So, you really ought to learn this. It's going to be the new style, and it didn't come from France or Europe or any other
Nope.
place. It came from the Western country called the United States,
You bet.
It just started right here in a little mining town in Colorado, and that's what I like about it too, is the
Right.
simplistic ness of it, that anybody can do it.
Yeah.
So
That's the message for
yeah,
sure. Yeah.
and so it's an unfolding process. So the other thing is you don't have to do something.
Yeah.
I'm not healing you, you know.
Right.
I'm not correcting problems.
I'm not fixing
I'm
you.
not fixing you. That's a good one. Let me fix you. I'm not trying to sell you a whole slew of products here, Buy these products if you want to get better, or
Right.
follow me and my philosophy. Definitely don't do that because my philosophy
No.
is like a yo-yo. It bounces from here to there, So it it doesn't matter. It's not about believing in Bev or me or anybody. It's just
Right.
about having it done and letting your own healing process happen. Let the story unfold. And in that, you'll have these, what the doctor talked about, that psychotherapist who said, when you have an aha moment in your life, a wow moment, he called it, that's when changes happen in the
Yeah.
deepest seat of consciousness. And it reminds me of that, the changing the thought to love,
Yes.
changes the cells from Dr. Lipton said. So that wow happens every time we do BioTouch.
It does.
People will sit down. We could be at a mall doing BioTouch. You do the greeting, maybe the neck and the head. We're going to show the headset. At the end of it, they open their eyes and go, wow.
Wow.
So something
Uh-huh.
changed from what that guy said. Something has changed inside of them. And so if you do that enough, the repetitive, then things will start changing in our life. And we don't know what that is. We'll start allowing happiness to take over. It's already there. You can't go get happiness. so,
Right. 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 Yeah. It's interesting because a lot of uh, traditional medicine is, unfortunately, masks the cause of the condition that has now become a physical, manifestation. BioTouch has the power in that unfolding you were talking about. That is a process, a holistic process of going to the source of that uh, dis-ease or condition, because it's not, we have to, when it's finally manifested in the body, it is from a cause that's deeper. We talk about, oh my gosh, even medical science is saying, no, we inherit a lot of trauma at the cellular level from our ancestors or from our family. So, this is not just about bodies get better. It's because we start with a body that holds everything, and then it can go into and unfold those other parts of ourselves. And that is like magical. What can you say? That's the magic.
right.
It goes to the bone,
Go.
you know?
Yeah, right to the root
Right to the
cause.
bone.
so, again, we can only encourage you to learn BioTouch if you're listening to this on our podcast, justtouch.com. There are plenty of places to learn this. Doesn't have to cost you anywhere. Just open up a video, go to the health conditions up on top. and many of those have all the points necessary for a particular condition. Download the manual, you'll learn the greeting. If you do nothing else in your life, just the greeting. Takes you 30 seconds.
Right.
We'll remind you to touch somebody and have them touch you. So,
30
30
seconds.
seconds. So, let's share with you one of the probably most, I was going to say powerful, but it's not powerful. It's sort of, what's the word? Uh, Relaxing, focusing, putting you in the present, allowing you to learn about yourself in relation to your body is the headset. So let me just take us to that, and maybe by then Bev will have not froze up.
Well,
The headset can be used to address conditions related to the brain. There are 4 steps in this set. In step 1, use through-fire to touch points A and A. Point A on the back of the head is in the center of the neck at the base of the skull. Point A on the front of the head is at the center of the forehead where the forehead begins to curve to the crown.
So if you're watching this, practice these points on yourself, even if you're just listening to it.
Step 2 is performed in crossfire with the fingers of each hand touching on opposite sides of the head. Hold at X, which is in the indentation beside the neck muscle at the base of the skull. It is the same as point 1 of the back set. On the opposite side of the head, touch points 1 through 5. Points 1, 2, and 3 are on the ridge line formed where the skull curves up toward the crown. Point 1 is above the outside corner of the eye on the ridge. Point 2 is above the front of the ear on the ridge. Point 3 is above the back of the ear on the ridge. To locate point 4, move down the head toward the base of the skull to a horizontal indentation approximately 1/3 of the way down from the top of the ear and 1 to 1.5 inches behind the back edge of the ear. Point 5 is opposite hold point X at the base of the skull. Point 5 now becomes the new hold point as points 1 through 5 are touched on the opposite side of the head. In crossfire, touch point 1 above the outside corner of the eye on the ridge. Point 2 above the front of the ear on the ridge. Point 3 is above the back of the ear on the ridge. Point 4 is a horizontal indentation approximately 1/3 of the way down from the top of the ear and 1 to 1.5 inches behind the back edge of the ear. And point 5 is opposite hold point X at the base of the skull. Step 3 is performed in matching fire, touching points 1 and 1, 2 and 2,
Straight up from the front of the ear.
3 and 3,
Straight up on the ridge behind the ear.
4 and 4,
The indentation behind the ear.
5 and 5.
Base of the skull, side of the muscle.
Finally, in step 4, place the open palms of both hands on the head covering points 1 through 3. Be careful, don't let your hands touch each other.
Or you'll blow their brains up. No.
I know, heal.
Sparks will come out. So,
Yeah.
so it's funny because Kai says, love the headset. And I was just thinking how I did that for her on her wedding day. So,
Oh,
and then
yeah.
I was thinking, oh, here's a great sales thing. You can have either Bev or myself, depending on whether you want a man or a woman to officiate your wedding. And we will do BioTouch on anyone in the wedding party before the
whole
wedding
party.
happens. So,
That's
you know,
right.
if you want both of us to officiate, Bring on. We'll do a duo.
Oh, wouldn't that be a hoot? They'd never get married. We just start talking.
So, thank you for joining us, and let us know why you like BioTouch. Share it with your friends, with your family, and I guess we'll see you for sure Thursday evening, 6 p.m. for our COPD, emphysema, other lung problems. So, thank you very much, Beth.
Thank you, Paul.
Bev. All right, and we'll see you all next week.
Have a great week.
If pain has got you down and you live in town, take a trip down to Pima Street. The people down there are people who care. They will get you back on your feet. Put love into action. Put love into action. If you ever want to have any real satisfaction, choose love while you still can. Don't even try to understand the healing grace in your own hands. Put love into action.